Hi, I'm Jenny from Garden Gate Magazine, and I'm getting ready to plant some seeds for spring. Now there's 5 things that I always plant every year because if I start with a packet of seeds, I save myself money as opposed to buying them in packs or individual plants. So these are super easy to grow, and it gets me a head start on the season, so I've got things in bloom earlier, and I can use them as mass plantings and I can get more plants. So we're going to start with marigolds. That's one of my favorites because marigolds come in all different kinds of shapes and sizes, and the colors are usually orange and yellow and variations on the theme of orange and yellow. You can find little singles with little tufted middles, doubles that are fat little pom-poms, or you can even get this big African marigolds that are big, solid, puffy balls, and they range anywhere from 6 inches to 3 feet tall. So great for mass plantings, which is why growing them from seed is easier to do, because you can start a whole bunch of seeds and plant as many as you want, as opposed to spending a lot more money on a flat of 25 plants. So marigolds is my favorite. Next I've got zinnias, and similarly to the marigolds, we use these for mass plantings and containers and things like that. Zinnias come in just practically every color, from yellow to green to pink to white, oranges and reds, beautiful colors, and some bicolors too, and singles and doubles, and even cactus flowered shapes. They also grow anywhere from 6 inches to 3 feet tall, and they're super easy to grow. They're easy to transplant, and marigolds and zinnias both, you want to plant them about 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost. That way they've got a good head start. You can get them in the ground as soon as your danger of frost is gone and your soil temperatures are warm, and they'll take off and get you blooming all summer. My third one is Typhonia, or Mexican sunflower. Now this is a great big plant. It grows anywhere from about 6 to 8 feet tall, and loaded with little orange daisy sort of sunflowers, and pollinators love them. Butterflies are really attracted to them, and they're great for putting in the back of a planting to cover up anything nasty, or a fence, or just to provide a background for your border. You can plant them in a bigger pot to start with, because they're going to get to be a really big plant. Now when you plant them, just don't cover them with just maybe a little bit of dirt, but they need light to germinate. So you'll want to have them in a bigger pot, and once they get going, they'll get to be about 1 foot tall. You can get them in your ground, and they'll get a good head start on your season too. The next thing you want to do from seed is cold crops, so cabbages, cauliflowers, and broccoli. These are all cold tolerant plants, and you'll want to get them started very early. So anywhere 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost, you'll want to have them started inside. They don't take a lot of extra care inside. You don't need a whole seed starting setup, just a nice sunny window and a little seed starting mix. And as soon as the temperatures you're about at your last frost, temperatures are starting to warm up outside, you can get them right outside in the ground. And the nice thing about these is you can succession plant them. So by starting them inside, you can get your earliest in the ground ready to go, and then in a couple weeks you can plant some more, so you'll have successive crops. And if you're like me, if you buy a 4-pack of cabbages, all you get is 4 cabbages. But for the same price, you can get a package of seed, and you might have a couple dozen if you want. And the last thing I'll do from seed is basil. Now, basil I don't use a lot of, but I might like several plants, and it's a whole lot cheaper to buy a package of basil seed and start them, because they're really easily started about 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost again. And you can get a whole lot of different cultivars that you might not normally see at the garden center. So if you go to a specialty seed nursery, you're going to find some interesting flavors and textures, even some with really huge leaves. So basil is a real simple thing, and then you can have a whole bunch of them instead of just one little 4-inch pot for the same price. If you want to learn more about starting seeds, go to our website at gardengatemagazine.com, and there's lots of good information there. Thanks for watching.